I originally went to Ray. I was like, hey, at like 4 a.m. I was like, Ray, do you want to do a joint episode? And Ray's like, yeah, sure. And here we are. We turned off all the screens, so it wasn't reflective of either one of our shows, either Sore Losers or 25 Whistles. So this is like when Iran and Switzerland meet at the table of a different country, and they have to have everything has to be exactly the same, so everybody feels even. And I feel like we've negotiated the terms, Ray and I, ahead of time. The only thing is, you have to bring something to the table. We'll panel it, and everybody around the room will answer.
Oh, interesting.
And Raymundo, you get to start.
Okay.
Because, well, you and I were the ones who thought of this.
You guys are our ambassadors?
I guess. Ray was just here when I was here. We were just early in the morning. There was nothing to it except for Ray and I talking before anybody else got to work.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ray. So as long as it's not super timely, because this is going to be from when we record it, when we air it, people could die. So know that.
Correct.
Okay. It's up. Ray, it's on you.
Yeah, this has been bothering me for a while, and I can't really talk to Lunchbox about it because it's awkward because it's just me and him on the show. But so he'll bring to the show his soccer stories, which is fine. He can't really talk about it on the Bobby Bones show because it's not that interesting for our audience. People in their, driving to school, soccer moms. So he'll tell his soccer stories, and it's fine. I hear the soccer story. That's all great. And then I got my buddy South Beach. He goes, hey, man, you got to get in on this Premier League bet. Chelsea to be the top 2 at the end of the season. It ends in May. Man, you could make $2,000. So I got Lunch's stories. I got South Beach telling me to get in on this bet. And then I get an email. Nashville SC wants me to be a season ticket holder for $450.
Wow, that's not bad.
So
cheap tickets, man.
My question to y'all is this. The universe is telling me I need to be into soccer. I just don't give a dang.
We'll go around the room now, and we'll go in the order we're sitting. Eddie?
I will say that I went to my first soccer game, the Nashville SC, is that what it is, soccer club, 2 years ago, and I loved it. I'm not a soccer guy. I'm Hispanic, but never been a soccer guy. It's like back home, you would turn on the TV like on Sunday morning, and it would be a Mexican soccer game. Like that was just part of our life.
That's your back home.
Totally. But I
no
never,
Mexican soccer games in Arkansas.
No, it'd be in my home. I wouldn't watch it. I'm like you, Ray, never cared about it. But when I went to that game, it was awesome. Like pure energy the entire match, like them running back and forth, and the strategy of passing the ball, trying to move that ball down the field,
Are you
and
soccer
then
splaining us now?
and then the guy comes and slides like right in front of you while you're in the
That's
stands.
the best feeling ever. Is if they slide right where you are. It's like that is the coolest thing.
I'm gonna tell you something, boys. It's awesome when you see it live.
So what is your advice to him?
Get the season tickets for that cheap.
$500. You're gonna have to actually be a real fan.
Yeah, there's 30 games, so maybe it ends up being $25 a piece if I did the math correctly.
So I would say, too, they're not going to be that good of seats. That's probably the lowest.
Oh.
And you're not a diehard. I would say avoid.
Oh.
Soccer's fine. There's a reason it's the most popular sport in the world. I'm sure.
Have you been to a game?
Awesome. Yeah, of course.
You have?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to watch us play Cincinnati. They have a team, FC Cincinnati or
Yep.
FC
Cincinnati FC.
Cincinnati,
Or FC
how do you say
Cincinnati.
it? Not my thing, but I do respect it. It's the biggest sport in the world for a reason. It's really exciting, and I think when people are like, "Man, it's so slow," no, there's just people are running like crazy. But to spend $500 on season tickets when you're not a fan of something, and then your seats aren't going to be that good. If someone wanted to give you like $10,000 season tickets, I'd be like, dude, take those because you have good seats and you're a fan. You got to be
expensive.
That's this guy over here.
but you got to be a fan to be a season ticket holder, unless you can sell them every week, and then that's just a pain in the butt. I'd say avoid. Keep your money. Find one of those Uruguayan cricket leagues you bet on at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on that because I feel like soccer for you or for me, it's fine. Respect it. Didn't grow up with it, so don't love it. But that'd be a waste of money.
And if you guys are looking for the home games, you know how when you see a football game, the team on the right is the home team? You always see a score. Yeah, on the right side.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
on the field. Okay.
Right.
Oh, not a soccer guy, so go ahead. Tell me
So
more.
the bottom line, or if ESPN does a score, it's always the team on the bottom or the team on the right was the home team.
Right?
Yeah.
In soccer, guys, get ready.
Oh, no. Hold
team
on.
on the left
I'm
is
ready.
home.
Oh, God dang, no way.
Why do they do
how
that?
can you adjust to that?
Wait,
I mean, just
wait.
crazy.
What about the team on the top if the scoreboard's like that? Are they home?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That one- just get with everyone else.
Is there a color jersey thing in soccer? Lunchbox home jersey where home team wears dark, other team wears white.
Oh, that's a good question. No, because sometimes Nashville SC wears their yellow jerseys at home. Sometimes they wear their black jersey. So I don't know I don't know if the opposing team gets to pick which jersey they're going to wear, or if the home team gets to tell you what color they're wearing and then you adjust. I'm not sure how that works.
But yellow's not white.
Right.
But maybe
Do they have a
bright.
white jersey they wear on the road? And yellow is actually a primary color. Like in sports, the home team wears one.
I don't think they have a white jersey.
You don't.
Not that I can remember. When I watch them, I'm like, I don't think so. Because like Messi, they had with Miami, they have a pink jersey and like a black jersey. So I don't know how they determine what they're wearing.
I bet you Reed could Google us how they decide what jersey to wear. Not EuroLeague. What is our league called?
MLS.
Oh, MLS.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No,
We're not Premier.
No.
America Premier.
We take the leftovers from Premier when they're on their way down and they come over to MLS.
Got it.
I'm going to go pass on the $500 because seats aren't going to be good anyway, and you're not a super fan. Kevin?
Yeah, I'm going to say the same, but for a different reason. I went to one game with Box, I think last year. We saw Messi. Shout out, Box. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You went to that game?
Yeah, it was cool. He had a couple extra tickets. He's like, want to come? I was like, yeah, it was great. It was awesome. Messi's, he just toys with people out there. But the reason I'm going to say no is because the parking situation at Geodis is a nightmare. You have to park so far, and if you park close, then you just sit in traffic for an hour going out. And so after like 3 games, you just get over it.
I'd like to say on that, I like football. I don't go to a Titans game because of traffic, because Titans suck. And I love football. I don't love soccer. And I'm not dealing with of a sport I love and a team I'm like 6 out of 10 because of traffic. Ain't no chance.
Same with concerts at Nissan. Same thing. It's a night. You better know that you're in for a long night.
You
Getting
have
out
to
of
Do
love
you
it.
get parking though with the season tickets? Because that's game changer.
For $500?
Probably not.
Maybe your
What?
bike.
No, you don't get parking. You can buy a season ticket parking pass to park on the grounds, but however long you've been a season ticket member, that's priority, and sometimes they sell out. And I'm going to tell you, the first few games we went to is a nightmare to park because you park on the lot or wherever on the stadium. They make you park on the racetrack. Take us 2 hours to get out. It was terrible. And then one time we didn't get a parking pass. So we just drove. We parked in someone's backyard for $30. We were out of there and on the highway in 6 minutes. It's absolutely easy once you get it down.
Hey, man.
$30 a game, though, dude.
That's
After how many
expensive. That's a
games?
lot.
That's more than tickets.
Yeah.
Well, and then you also get access to the Messi game, what Kevin talked about. That's the one you really want to go
But
to.
is that even happening?
I don't think that's guaranteed.
That's
every
like you
year.
get access to the Pele game. Good luck. I ain't coming back.
What if they, what is it? Free load management? Load management. He doesn't play.
That did happen in Canada. I
Yeah.
saw that crap.
Well, he does not play on turf fields. So a lot of places that have turf fields, they get screwed because people pay a lot of money for the tickets and they're like, "Where's Messi?"
Yeah.
And it's
But
known.
yeah, that's like buying Hawk Tua coin. What do you think it's going to do? If you buy turf tickets, you can look ahead of time and see he's not going to play there. Like, what do you think?
Then don't buy them.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for those people anymore if they knew he wasn't playing on
Yeah,
turf.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I kind of scammed some people this summer because
Nice.
Miami,
Hey, speaking of Hawk Tool,
Miami was coming to Nashville, and I knew that Messi was playing for Argentina during that window. It was an international window where they had international games, but the average fan doesn't know that. They think, oh, Messi. They see Miami, Messi. So I put my tickets up for like $300 a pop. Boom, sold them.
Dang,
But you do see Beckham though, right?
got the casual.
Does he come?
He doesn't play though, dude.
No, but he goes to the
You
game.
want to watch an executive? You want to go to how
I mean, if
fun
you
is
get
that?
your
to-
binoculars and you look up in a suite, he may be there. I don't know if
wouldn't be. Oh, guys, when you go to a game and you know Romo and Lance is up there, you're not like, where are they at?
for
Where
a
are they at?
split second. Nobody buys a ticket to go watch an executive.
Well, no, you don't buy two, but that's pretty cool to see. Like David Beckham, I see like on TikTok, he walks on the field afterwards.
yeah, that's pretty cool. But you can buy a ticket to do that?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, that's our advice, Ray.
thank you.
I don't know who's you're taking.
You gonna do it?
You're not a soccer guy, though.
Well, this guy always throws around, I'm a season ticket holder. So I kind of want to be a stakeholder too.
Oh, it is a thing. It is a flex. It is a flex
Sounds
if you
cool.
just have season tickets. Okay. Eddie,
Yeah. So I saw like a while back, Amon Ra Brown, St. Brown.
yeah.
He was talking about how when he played in the Bills game, he was really, really sick and he threw up. And the interview was crazy because he said, I've never thrown up before.
Oh, really?
He's in his 20s.
Seinfeld.
And he said he's never thrown up before, which I thought was bizarre. Like Jerry Seinfeld didn't throw up?
There's a whole episode on that. How,
I didn't watch nothing on them.
Well, dude, you're 12. Shut up.
You looked over here.
Yeah, you're 12.
I don't
No,
know.
I just my desk sits that direction.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I think there's a whole episode on that.
How
Ray,
he's-
would you Google that?
How he's never thrown up?
Yeah, so that is very rare, but continue on.
So rare. So I want to ask you guys, like, what's the craziest throw up story that you've
that's
ever
where
had
you
in your
went?
life? Yeah.
It's a good one.
Because I'll start with mine. Mine was crazy, dude. I was home for Christmas. I hadn't seen my friends for a while. This was like when we were in college, and we went out. We partied hard. Came home that night, and I woke up at 4 a.m, and it felt like I was in a swimming pool.
Oh,
It was so bad, and my parents were just like, they were so sweet about it, helping me like get in the shower and everything. But that's the craziest.
What the heck?
Dude, that was nuts, and I don't even remember doing
You
it.
feel so happy about that is the weird part. It's like, guys, this is cool. I can't wait to read.
Huh.
Yeah, so apparently Jerry has a streak of 13 years without vomiting
So that's what the
on the
episode,
episode.
is.
Wow.
13 years of that vomit.
I can't believe he's never got the flu. Like as a kid, he never got sick.
Right.
but didn't vomit because you can poop. Same, it's your body getting rid of stuff. I have to think because I don't have a drink. I don't have a throw up story other than getting. Come back to me, Kevin.
Yeah, mine's probably going to be when I was in high school. we got in trouble. Me and 2 other players on the football team. This is in spring ball though, and our coach made us come in on a Saturday morning. He was like, he kicked us out of practice that day, and he's like, "You better come back on Saturday morning." We're like, "Yeah, whatever." So we went out and partied Friday night, and we came so hungover on Friday, and he made us run laps around the track, and all we were doing after I think 1 or 2 laps, so just throwing up. And I remember it was Captain Morgan. And I've never drank Captain
That's
Morgan.
rum.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were the
rum.
captain of the team.
That's his name.
I was like, you still refer to him as captain? That's cool.
So
You
that
must
was
have-
rough. I hated that. I haven't drank Captain Morgan since.
I have mine. I wrote about it. My book, Fell Until You Don't. We were playing $1 Million Show, and it was the night Garth was playing with us, and we have all these massive acts that are playing. I was so sick that day I could go to the Minute Clinic or the whatever that's called. They have 8 or 9 different names for those
Sure,
places, and I
sure.
get a steroid shot
Urgent
and whatever. And all driving. And I didn't go to sound check. 'Cause I remember the band Perry did sound check, and these guys had like funny stories about the band Perry sound checking because in a peculiar way. And are you ready? Like all these things I don't even know because I wasn't there. And so I missed all sound, missed everything. And it was like 10 minutes till the show started. I was vomiting like crazy outside the Ryman. And I vomited. There was nothing left. You know how you vomit? There's nothing more. It's just,
Oh, yeah. Dry heaving is what they call it.
and so it just got to a heave. So once I knew it was a heave, we went out and did the whole show. And, I only heaved twice during the show, but I turned my back. And I was like, oh, thank God. And then we just back up and keep going. I forgot I wrote about that, but it was vomiting all up until that point. And then there was empty. There was nothing left. My body still wanted to, that was what was weird about the human body. Why are you trying to get rid of something you don't even have
Right.
anymore? Like if there's something bad in there in your body, did the whole show. Garth finished. Then the show was over. I went back home and was sick for like 3 days. But I thank the good Lord above because I think he got me through it. I wasn't drunk though.
It's a terrible feeling.
Terrible feeling. Lunchbox?
Yeah, see, when I drink, I don't throw up. I, for some reason, could drink a lot, never threw up. So I'll take you back to when I was 9 years old. And I'd been sick for like 4 days, and I was finally feeling better. And my mom, I was like, can I have AJ spend the night? She's like, yeah, AJ can spend the night. Your fever's gone, no problem. So AJ spends the night, and I guess I woke up in the middle of the night, and I had puked on my bedroom wall. Because when I woke up, it was just coming down the wall in the morning. Like it was just like a big old blah. And that's one of my memories of throwing up. I was like, how did I wake up, blah, onto the wall and go back to sleep as a 9-year-old? And AJ was sleeping in the bed right next to me. And I was like, huh, that's so weird.
And didn't know.
Didn't know.
It's almost like you were blacked out.
Yeah.
Drunk on gummy bears.
But not
maybe.
drinking.
Yeah, but the worst is when I pass out. Like, because usually now I pass out when I throw up. I'm like,
Every
lights-
time, even if you're sick?
Yeah, unconscious.
If you throw up every time, even if you're sick, you pass out? Drunk, it doesn't matter.
No, I don't. I've never. Like,
no.
Only when I'm sick. Like when I'm sick.
Oh, I thought you just normally didn't. So you never throw up drunk.
No.
But if you do throw up now, you pass out. It's
Pass
almost,
out. Lights out. Find me on the bathroom floor.
Do you know when it's coming?
Sometimes.
Have you ever had it come and you not know it was coming and all of a sudden you're passed out somewhere?
A lot of times. I woke 5 years ago, I got a bug and my wife got a bug and I was upstairs. She was downstairs and I went to the bathroom and I was over the toilet. And the next thing I did is I woke up and I was laying in my vomit on the ground.
Oof.
And I was like, oh, that was weird. I passed out again. And I did it again. And then I was laying on the couch and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to throw up. And I started walking to the bathroom and I felt myself. I was like, I'm going to pass out. And I tried to grab the molding, the door frame, and I didn't make it. And I woke up to my wife shaking me. I had fallen down. My head was against the wall and I was just passed out. And then I crawled to the bathroom and vomited in the toilet. And that's when I went to the ER.
That 9-year-old thing, is that happening to you without you ever knowing it was going to happen the rest of your life? Like you had passed out and vomited.
No.
That wasn't at 9 years old when you didn't know it? Do you don't think that was you passing out before you vomited and you just not remembering?
I mean, now that you say, I never even thought about that.
I mean, that was the first time that happened because it's been happening your whole life. You just didn't know because it hadn't happened yet.
Yeah. So
wonder what that is.
now I build a fort like around the toilet or the bathtub, and I put blankets or towels, and I make it so that way if I fall over, I'm falling onto something soft instead of just boom. And I have to wake my wife up if I know I'm going to throw up. That way she can wake me up from being passed out. Like the other day, months ago, but I passed out and my hand was in the toilet and my head was on the floor.
You basically need to puke in a bouncy house. So you live.
That's crazy. He has to prepare for it. Like, I'm about to throw up, so let me get my little tent here.
I wonder what happens to your body where you're just like out.
I don't know. I went to the ER that one 5 years ago, and they did an EKG and all that, but they said I was good. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. But they gave me.
Do you remember do you ever see it come out of your mouth? Have you ever seen throw up come out of your mouth?
Yes, I've seen it. I never, when I was a
So
kid.
you're awake for that.
Yeah.
So it's afterward you pass
It's
out.
in the middle of throwing up. I pass out.
So you're probably throwing up some while you're out.
Yeah, because I've woken up where I'm just laying in my throw up. It's pretty intense, man.
That's scary.
I'd like to see it.
It makes sense.
And that's why I'm like, I am so glad I wasn't a puker when I drank like a fish, because
You wouldn't have been a hard drinker, I bet. You couldn't have been. You'd have freaking been dead.
What's
Yeah.
crazy about Lunchbox too is he doesn't get hangovers, which is nuts.
He has a superpower that we don't even know yet. Something we're starting to put the pieces together. There's something about him that if he just figures out how to put the pieces together, he's gonna be able to fly or some crap.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, you're welcome.
looking.
It's scary. My wife freaks out. I mean, she thought I was playing with her because she was pregnant when I passed out against the wall like I was a dead body in CSI. And she comes down and she's like, "That's not funny. That's not funny." And then she freaked out. And I was,
But you could also use that to your advantage.
You just go when you don't want to do something.
That's right. All of a sudden you're on the floor. Take the trash out. And then don't open your eyes. Then make her feel guilty. Ray.
That was disgusting. I'll try to keep mine not as bad. But this is advice. So there's two things when throwing up and partying with chicks. You don't want the chicks to, this is when I was single back in college.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. You should have said that.
With my best friend South Beach, and he taught me this. So you never want chicks to see you throw up into the game. They're not going to hook up with you. And then you never want a bar bouncer to see you throw up, or you're going to get booted out of the bar. And I always told South Beach, I said, "Hey, dude, I can't do tequila shots." Well, we're on 6th Street. I would say the library. What were some of the Wooden Nickel? Is that correct? Is that one of them?
That was
Thirsty Nickel.
Thirsty Nickel. It might have been that spot, okay? And we're there, and the girls wanted tequila. Here we go. So we all do the tequila shot, and I still to this day really don't do tequila shots. If I have to. And I could feel the throw up immediately. Went in my mouth, and so I remembered in my head, okay, I got to find a trash can. And South Beach said, "Don't let the chick see and don't let the bouncer see." So I found the trash can, immediately into the trash can, and I just kept walking. South Beach is up there partying with the chicks. They all came downstairs like, "Oh my gosh, where did you go?" I was like, wasn't really feeling the party. Yeah, it was kind of lame up there. What are y'all doing? They had no idea I threw up. The bouncer never booted me out. But the key was I found a trash can, and the second after I threw up, take off walking. Just keep moving. The bouncer's not going to really tail you. And at the same time, he's like, "Did he just throw up?" Because usually people hunch over. Kids, just keep it going.
Kids listening. Good point. Yeah.
And then you're totally fine. And everybody goes, "Oh, you're awesome, dude. You want to bounce out of this space?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's so lame, man. Let's roll, baby." So but I was really the weakest one of the bunch, but I seemed like the coolest.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm inspired.
but that's smart. It is smart. If you stay hunched over the trash can, you draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, you got to make it quick.
I'm inspired. It feels like two things I want to ask about your story there. One, when must you have to take shots like that? Because you said unless you have to.
When everyone's doing it.
Groupthink. You're the outsider.
So
if
you're
you
saying
don't.
when you're getting peer pressured and you succumb to peer pressure.
If it's me and Baser at the house and she goes, "Let's do shots," I'll be like, "Shut up." But if you're at a bar with other
You say
people, yeah.
Okay.
Then
You tell her like that? Shut up.
yeah, she knows my style. I don't do shots. But hey, it's New Year's Eve. We got to do a shot. You got to. You're going to have a bad year. Everybody's doing it.
You're going to have a bad year. I'm just kind of, you have to or blank.
But there are ways to get away without not taking that
Which
shot.
I've done many times with people that don't know that I don't drink. I'll take fake shots just because I don't want to have to talk about it to people I don't know. But I need you to fill in the blank. If you don't, blank happens.
There's something with community with taking a shot with a bunch of people. The
bad luck.
one person that doesn't, it's just like some weird juju. I've never been the one person that doesn't, so I don't know about it.
I have many times. I'm doing pretty good.
They call you. He's right. They call you names and stuff.
That's okay.
Hey,
It
don't be a
doesn't- It
B.
doesn't feel good.
Don't be a
Stuff like
B.
that.
Yeah.
Don't be
Come
a
on,
B.
you can't hang.
But what if
Right.
you're okay?
Why
maybe
you being a B?
I'm already a B.
Or P.
Don't use the P word.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh my
already a
God.
B and a P, so it doesn't affect me when somebody calls me that. I'm the biggest B and P there is.
And then they put it right in front of you. Yeah, you P. And I'm like,
Hey, or you tell you, if you're scared, go to church.
Yeah, we do that too.
That's hard.
Yeah, I
man.
guess I'm
That's
already
hard.
all in. You can't really hurt me. I do it all. Okay. Mine's a little more on the sports front. Thank you.
right,
guys.
good. Well, I'm on Ross St. Brown, man.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
Good point. I unfairly said that. That's a great. If you have something in front of you, I'd like for you to write it down. It could be on it doesn't matter. I just want nobody to be able to change their answer once they hear somebody else's answer. And I will go last in case someone has my answer. I don't want to feel like someone has to tell the same story I just told. Everybody good?
Good.
Yep.
Who's the greatest college football player of all time? And I'm also going to say there is not a right or wrong answer because you can cherry pick data in any way possible. You can go friggin' Newt Rockney if you want.
Oh, The Rock,
'Cause who's going to fight you?
the Galloping Ghost.
I'm not going to say any more names. Who's the greatest college football player of all time? And support your facts. Kevin's put his pen down. It's your order anyway, so it looks like you're ready to go. Is everybody in?
And
Yep.
All right. Kick off, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Reggie Bush. Still to this day, hate USC, but that is the best player I've ever seen. There is a Tim Tebow, Mike Vick's great, but Reggie Bush. There's
Don't say
something
other
about him.
names because you're taking our names away if you're saying other people.
Okay.
you know the rules.
That's the
man.
biggest. You just did the biggest douchebag thing you could do in this is say other names.
Why?
Well, I was gonna say Newt Rockney, and but we may want to say them. You know our rules.
Yeah, but
you
then
don't say
Then you can back it up after you say your name.
DB alert.
Okay, Reggie Bush, greatest of all time.
Boom.
Done.
Boom.
He got DB alerted.
It's never good.
Dang, dude.
Back it up.
Do multiple names. Lunchbox.
It's easy. It's the guy that Reggie Bush stole the Heisman from, Vince Young. I have never seen someone on a football field dominate the way he did. It was a man amongst boys. He was so much more athletic, faster, everything, stronger. He was must-see TV. Vince Young, for my eyes, best college football player ever.
Thank you for only saying one person. We should do a chain, like when you get a turnover and it says douchebag on it. Because
Ooh, you wear it?
Yeah, because I do douchebag stuff half the time too, and I should have to wear it.
You got a goldfish?
Yeah, but that guy there. Oh, that's right.
do
It's like the
have it.
goldfish, like when they have to wear the goldfish. Ray?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys watched the Rose Bowl back in 2005. I'm going to choose a different year. I was going to choose Johnny Manziel, and I'm going to choose Johnny
He
Manziel.
went after
okay.
both of you
No,
guys.
like,
He went
for no
after both of
reason.
you guys. Go ahead.
Johnny Manziel, I had never heard of the guy, and I was at my friend's house, and word just started circulating. Man, A&M's beating Bama. Oh, A&M's beating Bama? Man, who's their quarterback? Oh, it's Manziel. Oh, they're ahead. Oh, they're behind. This Johnny football. JFP, JFF. His name's Johnny. It was what? His last name's Football? And they're like, Johnny Football. He just threw it 70 yards. Throw on the TV. Who is this Johnny Football guy? Dude, and since that day, it was appointment TV. I live with Lunchbox. Dude, CBS at 2:30, I was watching Johnny Football. If we were out at the bar, the loudest you would hear is when Johnny Football was getting beat by Ole Miss. Those were the loudest, craziest yells. Johnny Football changed everything. You had to watch his games.
When you say word got around, would that be the internet?
Internet wasn't as strong back then with
What year?
Twitter. He was around 2007. I lived with him. Actually, never mind. Johnny Football was 2013.
And you're saying the internet really wasn't a
Yeah.
thing?
Okay, we
It
lived
was
together.
around.
2013, we lived together.
The signal was weak at our house, and that was the problem. I think that's what you're trying to say.
If you'd
And
have
I
been
mean,
like 98, I'd have been like, all right.
So he must have been there a couple years. So 2012 is when I first heard about him, and it was everybody just started saying Johnny Football. You're like, his last name's Football?
Everybody went.
man, that's crazy. And so that greatest of all time, since he was so great, he elevated his team and took him to a national title, right?
Well, he got the Heisman. He didn't have the team
Well, it
behind
doesn't
him.
have to be a team event.
I'm just asking because the greatest, Vince Young, took Texas on his back. He got robbed of the Heisman, but the greatest of all time, he said, guys, get on my back. I'll just go ahead and throw it. Oh, you don't want me to throw it? I'll just run it to the end zone. Touchdown. We'll win the national title. Greatest of all time.
And I'll open a steakhouse.
yeah.
He did. It didn't last though.
It didn't. And you know, when famous people do
Former Real World House.
Right.
famous people do restaurants, they don't actually own them.
Well, Johnny
they
did a
lease
bar.
out their name. They
The
lease-
Money Bar.
the Money Bar. They lease out their
Where's
name.
that at?
So
A&M. You go to A&M, the biggest and best bar there is the Money Bar.
And that's his.
And that's a fact.
Bones, you telling me
I don't
Ditka
know.
doesn't
You
own
can't
his?
yell that's a fact if you don't know, though. You might be right.
No, he's got merch. I got to go, though. I have to.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I went to Ditka's and they said when I got there, they're like, man, you just missed Ditka.
Possibly. he
So
owns
like,
it.
I figure he
Possibly
owns it.
he owns. He's old school. Most of the guys now lease out their names. All
I mean,
the
Ernie
bars
Banks
here,
owned it. We saw Ernie Banks at it.
yeah, old school guys. But now, like even all the artists here, they don't own their bars downtown. They lease their name. Ray's getting sad. He didn't know that. They lease out their name. It's like a bar group owner that will pay Miranda, and then she'll design it, and her name's on it, and she gets paid a fee plus a percentage of like back end. Yeah, I don't mean to break your hearts.
That's okay.
But old school is different because I don't think they did it like an Ernie Banks or Mike Ditka. So there you go. Eddie,
Best college football player.
just one, please.
I'm going to go back to a guy who wasn't very good. His size.
That's a weird.
Yeah.
weird
He
way to
wasn't
start.
very good. In high school, he was just small. And then he wanted to go to a school. They didn't accept him. He had to go to a junior college just to get into the school.
Don't say Rudy. If you
And
say
he
Rudy,
told, I'm
made a
not done.
movie.
I'm not done. And he told the coach, I'm going to get into this school. And when I do, I want to play for you. And the coach said, you do that, you're in. He did it, despite what everyone told him.
Oh my God.
Rudy.
Not the best of all time. He sucked.
He made the Notre Dame football team and played the very last game of his senior year. He dressed and played and made a sack on the last play of the game. Rudy Rudiger, let's go, baby.
Okay, maybe most inspirational.
Kevin, we take the necklace off, put it on Eddie.
yeah. Thank you, Eddie. You take this off.
Hey, you want the real truth? I had Vince Young written down
Why would you pick Vince Young?
because he was awesome. He was amazing. And you know what? That was the time when I
But
lived in
that's
Austin.
okay. You could have said. That's why we didn't.
No, I didn't want to piggyback off Lunchbox, so I went Rudy Rudiger.
That's where you went.
I thought you were gonna go Tony Romo or something. I was like, oh god.
I don't remember Romo in college.
exactly.
Was he like popular in college?
No, he-
Romo, no. Northern Illinois or
Eastern Illinois.
Western Illinois.
I thought you were going
Compass,
Cam
Illinois.
Newton when he said JC route.
Dude, Cam Newton may be one of the most dominant ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
For me, the easy answer, and I'm not a massive fan of him at college, was Tim Tebow. Won 2 titles, has a freaking statue. And I thought, man, Tim Tebow's lame. Like, they lost, and he's like, I promise to God, we're going to never lose again. And they freaking win. Like, there's so much lore to Tebow. He won the Heisman, finalist a couple of times, won 2 titles. I remember seeing him as a freshman in the SC championship game because Chris Leak was the starting quarterback, and Tebow would just come in inside 5 yards, and it was just automatic. And so, amazing college player, probably the best college player that I've ever seen. Didn't translate super well to the NFL. Won even like the quarterback award, like Davey O'Brien's quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Won the Davey O'Brien, was like the guy. So I would go Tim Tebow is probably 2. It was Linsanity with Tebow more than anybody else, where
Yeah.
everybody was kind of enthralled by. Manziel is close to that
Yeah,
too.
Johnny Football was
that was
pretty big.
definitely a Linsanity to Johnny Football as well.
JFF.
But Tebow was multiple seasons, multiple championships. I'm gonna go Tim Tebow.
Met him.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Yeah, he was at a private he was at a private club in Nashville. Not anybody can get into on the streets, but luckily I was with Baser when we were dating, my wife, and her friend, both 2 blonde hotties, and they got us. It was called Citizen, so it doesn't even have a menu. It doesn't even have a website. We go back there. Tim Tebow's there. He wanted to meet the chicks. I said, I got to come with. I'm the boyfriend. The guy goes, all right, you can come. And so I go
Tim
back.
Tebow's calling chicks back.
No, it was more his managers. They just wanted people to kind of they just wanted people to meet him because they knew he was famous.
No, that's him, right?
Tebow was
It's also Ray's story, guys. So
Okay,
let's
you're
not. I just don't want anybody to assign themselves, because I've met Tim many times, to assign Tim Tebow to, for sure. He might yell, "That's a fact" at the end, as he does sometimes. Just know Ray's a good storyteller.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, Ray.
I got a feeling they were doing shots, right?
No, he wasn't
Oh,
drinking.
oh.
Tim Tebow was just watching the NBA Finals.
He ain't a P or B.
He was chilling, and his manager kind of brought some people over. Hey, Tim. And then manager exchanged numbers with the other blonde we were with, and we went to a sidebar, and we tried to meet up with them at a hotel, but it never worked out. But Tebow really, I feel like his manager wanted to party with chicks more than Tebow. Tebow wanted to watch the NBA Finals. But got to shake his hand, took a picture. And I didn't smile. I was a little tipsy. I didn't want to screw it up. So in the picture, Tim's smiling, and I'm like this, stone cold.
You don't want to throw up because you get kicked out at Tebow's. Yeah, really the nicest guy ever. He did the show once. I did Paul Feinbaum. He was the guest. Came on the bus and sat for 20 minutes. I was like, Bobby. I didn't know him. I just met him. But he came on set because we had met, but came and just sat forever and talked. It was I think I met him 3 times. Every time nicer than before. But he's always like, "Where are the chicks?" And I'm like, "Tim."
I know.
Oh, get the blondies on.
I'm like,
here.
"Tim,
Get the
no."
tequila and the blondies. Let's go.
That's a fact. All right, 2 to go, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm going to need some advice here, guys. All 4 of you are married, right? And I am newly engaged, and I've been battling a couple things since being engaged. Finding the right balance between sports and what she wants to watch.
It's easy.
Because lately I've been watching some reality TV on a Thursday night when there's an NFL game on. And
Oh, Survivor?
If the Patriots aren't on, I'm not, I'm like, okay, we can do it tonight. And I'm trying to find the balance. So I guess I'm coming to each of you. Like, is there a percentage? What's your advice? Lunchbox, I'll go to you first.
There's not really a balance. We watch more sports than anything. Just because at night she goes to bed earlier, she gets tired, and so she's like, I can watch maybe 30 minutes, and I'm like, well, the episode's an hour. I don't want to start one and stop it. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed, or she'll just scroll her phone while I watch sports, and so I dominate the channel changer.
All right.
No, seriously,
But the advice is dominate. It sounds like.
yeah. You control the channel changer, but you do have to sacrifice some things. If it's not a big game, like if it's I was gonna say Patriots. Like if it's like the Cowboys versus the Panthers, who gives a crap? It's like, oh, you know what? She's like, you don't want to watch football? No, it's okay, not tonight, because she doesn't realize what's a big game and what's not. So that's how you do it.
Interesting.
But I would say we watch 85% sports at night and 15% regular shows.
But you like Survivor. Like, you like
Love
watching
it.
that with her.
Love
That's
it.
different. I'm talking about shows that you don't like, too.
Oh, I used to watch The Bachelor with her, but you just get into it.
Yeah.
Like,
I got into this new show called The Ultimatum. Not gonna lie, guys, I love it.
see, that's what I'm saying. Like the one where they do the design, the America's, I don't.
Next top model. Yeah.
Yeah, cake off.
No, with
Is this cake?
Heidi
British-
Klum.
Is it
Oh,
cake?
Queer Eye for this.
No, Heidi Klum, and they do the fashion shows, and one gets cut.
Runway.
Project Runway.
Project
RuPaul's Drag
And I
Race.
hate to tell you, I hated it. I was like, this is so stupid. But then by the end, you're like, all right, I'm cheering for this person. I want them to win.
Lunch's answer is like, I just watch the reality stuff. I love it.
Yeah,
no
that's
sports
it.
for me.
You're going to adapt. Your tastes are going to change.
So how does that help him with sports he wants to watch?
That's what I'm saying. You got to give some to get some, but 85% you control the remote control. You control that channel changer.
So get 85 and give 15.
Yep.
Seems healthy.
I do like his idea because I think we all do it too. We act like, yeah, well, I'll not worry about this game.
It's not a
to
big
watch
game.
It when it doesn't. We weren't going to watch it anyway.
But you
'cause
have to make
sucks.
it known, like,
Absolutely.
hey, I'm missing this game.
Great
But
advice.
it's okay.
Yes,
It's
great.
okay.
Ray.
Mine's simple. The best thing you can bring into the bedroom with you is the iPad. And you're watching her Hallmark movie, you got the game going too. They don't mind. YouTube TV, you can put it on the iPad, you can put it on your phone. I've never missed a game. You kind of pay attention to the movie. My wife controls the TV. I really don't even know how to log into some of the stuff. But
But you don't watch it with volume then, I assume?
yeah, I never get to hear the announcers. I just do my own play-by-play. Oh, it's a deep pass. She should throw the ball. What do you call it? Touchdown.
He could go all the way.
It's deflected.
So if there's a penalty and stuff, I never know that because I have no volume, you know?
My wife wouldn't be cool with that.
Really?
If we're gonna watch something, it's cause she'd rather if I'm gonna watch something else, just go watch it in another room and not be distracted. That's nice that your wife would do that. Like she just wants you to sit next to her. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't flow to my house. She's like, if you're gonna watch a game, just go watch the game.
Oh, she would? But that's a green light, right? You're like, okay.
Yeah, but then I still owe her. But I'm just saying, I don't know how you. If that works, that's awesome.
Yep.
If she's like, I'm gonna watch this, and you're like, I'm gonna watch a game in my lap, I'd never have to worry about anything again. I'd do that all the time. She could watch whatever she wanted. Eddie.
You guys, this is simple. We all have this excuse because we all do sports podcasts. All you got to say is, I got to work.
I don't.
I
that doesn't
have
work.
to work, so just give me. I really don't want to watch these games. Just give me 3 hours, maybe 6. I have to watch these games, and then we can do whatever you want later.
6.
My wife does say sometimes, she goes, oh, I know you have to do it for the podcast. She does say that, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know,
Her parents, my fiance's parents, one time on a Saturday, they were like, "You need to watch the games today, right? Like, we'll set it up for you." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yes.
just got it. I got that podcast, you know, perfect. You got any beers
Kevin,
too?
you got to start that early, dude. Say, this is my career. This
Yeah.
is what I do. I have to watch it.
Got to pay the bills. Take care of your daughter."
If
Bones, you
do that,
use this?
I do, but if you do it a lot, you have to use that very sporadically and intentional. Because I did it every week. I did every Sunday. I got to watch it. And she's like, well, then you're just not going to be educated because you're not spending 10 hours every Sunday, every day, So if I do say that, I either mean it or I need a little cheat, but I can't leave it consistent.
I used that excuse so much that my mom, when she was with us for 2 weeks and she went home, she told my sister, like, Eddie works so much. She works so much.
That's funny.
Because not only does he have to go to the studio, he has to watch football all day.
Where it gets me in trouble, though, is if I choose to do something on a Sunday while football's on that's like recreational, it's like I'm going to go play golf. She goes, no, we have to watch all the games. Or if I'm going to go.
Oh, dang.
And that's bitten me before.
Yeah.
Or it's like, hey, we're going to play pickleball. It's 1 o'clock. I just got invited to go play pickleball. No, you got to work, don't you? I have to do that. I thought you got to work. You got to watch your games. And I'm like, no, I'll just catch up on the speed. You can watch them. And then she's like, so the next time I bring it up, well, can't you do that speed thing? You do. You just got to be dealt. That is a tool. That's a weapon. Can't walk on.
Be careful how you use it.
You can't use that sword everywhere you go.
Let me just quick follow up. Then sometimes I get her involved in some parlays and bets that I have just to get her into the game.
Great
You guys
idea.
ever done that?
Good job, Kevin.
Great idea.
Right.
We
That's
we
good,
all
right?
Start to your marriage.
Yeah.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, we all salute that. I don't have a good answer.
Do you let her pick some of the bets, or do you just say, "Oh, this is what we're betting
Yeah, I'll
on"?
say, hey, this is it's, and then I'll be like, yeah, you know, $5 for you, $5 for me. She's like, yeah, so it's just $10 for me. So, and then I let her be, oh, this person's got to get this many yards or catches, whatever it is, and just tell her.
My wife will out-strategize me. If it's an Arkansas Razorback basketball game, there have been times where I'm like, hey, it's a big game. Because if I do call it now, we have a rule. If I call it or she calls something, I want you to do this with me, and it's over an 8 on the scale, we mean it. But I'll be like, this is a big game. Arkansas's got a big basketball game. I'm going to have to watch this. She's like, they're playing North Texas. It's not a conference game. Like, mother. So she would just to check on, she's a massive sports fan, though. I don't know. I'm pretty fortunate. My wife's a really big sports fan just in general. She's not going to watch games she has no interest in. And I'm not either unless I'm betting on it or we have to watch it for work.
For work, man.
But she's enough of one to like know what's up. So I can't really get away with the lies. So I kind of just pick and choose the ones I have to. Hope I get some of the ones that are mid and give up on the easy ones. But make it a point that I gave up the easy ones.
Yeah, you have
Even
to
though I know she knows I'm lying.
That's tough for you, man.
Yeah, it's great because our family are massive sports fans during the holidays. So it's on TV all the time. Her dad, massive sports fan. So we watch a lot of sports. But what's awesome is also what's hard. What's awesome is that she's a big sports fan and she can watch whatever. But also she knows enough to call me on my bull crap. Like, Arkansas's got a big game tonight. I need to watch. They're playing North Texas. It's not even a conference game.
Yeah,
It helps when you got a winning team. I mean, so.
Yeah.
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 Why don't in football?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
true.
It's hard to do that with the
Celtics.
Patriots.
Well, yeah, she was with me during the Celtics run in the playoffs this past year, and she was
So you
just
were
like,
golden.
she's like, that was
Oh, yeah,
just
that's
too
awesome.
much for me. But she liked it, but she was like, if you did that for, during the Red Sox Patriots, like year round, she's like, that's a lot. So she's lucky at the same time.
Final question for the panel, Lunchbox.
Yeah, I just want to know why athletes all go for the same chicks. Like, I don't understand.
question.
They have all these hot girls in the world,
Great question.
and they go for the same ones. Like, just recently, Cody Bellinger got traded to the Yankees, and the problem is his wife used to date Giancarlo Stanton for like a year. They were dating for like a year and a half, and then she married Cody Bellinger. So they're sharing a locker room, and they both, I'm going to assume,
Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo Brothers.
Yeah.
had relations with the same woman. Christian McCaffrey is married to Danny Amendola's ex-chick.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that.
Khloe Kardashian was with Lamar Odom. Then she goes to Tristan Thompson. It's like, guys, can you go outside and find different chicks? Why is this?
Ray, your theory?
I really don't have one. They're used to the type of stuff from that athlete. So, he flies in private jets. Oh, it's nice. He only has one game a week. So they almost don't even cross sports because they don't know.
What about the athlete? I think he's asking. Why do they not
Why
go
don't the
for different
athlete just
chicks?
go somewhere else? Find a different.
Chicks either love country singers, athletes, musicians, and once they're in that lane, they're in it, bro. So you're just talking about lanes. Like, rarely do you see a chick date a radio guy and then go to an athlete.
Well, that never
What are
happened.
you talking about?
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying because there is an education. There is an education that happens when you're with someone in a certain profession where you have the education to know how to get back to other people in that profession. I can understand that, but I think that analogy was pretty.
I feel
Also, and then it's just so weird, like how they're going to share a locker room. Like that's like if I
No, it is
dated
weird. It is
Baser for
weird.
a year
Yeah.
and then you married her. That how weird would that be if we worked together every day?
Well, and I bet you could find where they have kind of hung out before at a similar type event.
And the worst is Stanton had her first.
should we tell Lunchbox?
Different show, dude.
Dude, we all dated your wife.
Different show.
Just kidding. No, I think that the pool is very small. And like, listen.
Oh, have you seen the world?
Nah, but I think it's dangerous for some of these professional athletes to just try dating a regular person because they don't trust them. Or they only in it for my money, my fame, whatever. But they have these girls, these group of girls. They're like, oh, Stanton dated this chick. Like, she's cool, man. Like, you'll like her. Okay, cool. Stanton did. He's rich. He's like me, so I'll give her a shot. He marries her. I think that's how that happens versus like, oh, yeah, there's only 5 to choose from. I just think that it's a trust factor. You trust this group of girls that kind of know each other.
I think it's a combination of things. I think it does happen more. It's weird when like, basketball players like he's dating her, but she used to be married to him, and before that she was with him. I don't think it's as common as we feel it is because it's a story because it's not so common. If there were 7 girls dating all the guys, I don't think it would. It's a story because it's not super common. When it is a story, it's hilarious or awkward like that. I also think a lot of athletes in sports have a type. And a lot of these girls fit that type. And I think it's a combination of the education of how to get into the circle, which is hard to get into. How do you know where basketball players are?
Yeah.
Well, if you're with one for a long time, you know kind of what they do, where they go. You know people that know other basketball players. They can set you up. So I think it's a type that most athletes like. Different athletes like different types. Olivia Culpo, though, dated just a lot of famous people. Wasn't just football. But yes, that would be weird. So I think it's a type. I think it's it's not super common, but it is common enough that it's really interesting when it does happen. I bet it happens in other industries too, but they're not famous, so we don't really hear about it. It does happen in music. Look at Shawn Mendes, right? Who do you think Driver's License was written about whenever it was, who Driver's License?
Olivia?
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo.
And then Sabrina Carpenter, right? Look at all the other girls in all the world. Like, but he has a type, obviously. It's weird though.
The Chloe thing I understand because she's
She likes basketball.
super
She has a type.
famous.
She likes basketball. She has
Yeah,
tall.
But-
I think she likes tall black dudes, right?
probably. There's a weird dynamic.
I
with,
think that'd be my type too. I'll be honest with you. Tall black dudes. Everybody,
Like
yeah.
Derek Fisher.
Who?
Derek Fisher
Yeah, yeah,
played
yeah.
for the Lakers.
Yeah.
He dated Matt Barnes' ex-wife.
They fought. They get the
And I
famous
think
fighting
he
story.
might have married her.
Yeah.
He did. He married her.
did
Like
I-
in soccer,
Tony-
they were teammates.
Do I remember something with Matthew Stafford
no.
and his?
No, his wife
oh,
said
this
that
is
she
bad.
hooked up with the backup quarterback at Georgia.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. But to make him jealous, though, was what that was about more than.
But why would you? I don't know. That seems crazy to me. Is that she came out and said, "Hey, yeah, we were dating. He wasn't serious enough, and we were just casual. So I went and slept with the backup quarterback to make him jealous." It's like, boy, man, you make him look like a.
Did she say slept with or hooked up with? Because that has a different definition of hooked up.
Oh, the hook. I immediately assume hookup is all
See,
the way.
That's a definition, though. I don't think
100%.
that.
Hookup is make out only.
Hookup can be make out. There's no right answer, right? So we can fight about it all we want.
Sure.
Hookup to me is it starts at make out and it can go all the way bing bang boom, but it could be anywhere in the thing. Hookup could be mouth only, like it could be mouth on mouth, it could be mouth on bottom, right? But hookup would be anything where it's private and you're doing make out or more. But you can have sex while hooking up, but you don't have to. That would be. But I don't know. She might have said slept with. I felt like she said hooked up with, but I do not know. But yes, that's a weird story.
Good question, man.
But I think, yeah, we'll never know because we're never going to be famous athletes.
Never.
I mean, I might. Pickleball is still in my future.
Professional pickleball
I
player.
wonder what kind
Yes.
of. Yeah.
What?
Never
what?
mind.
But Kevin, why? Tell what's your theory?
No, I don't know. The weirdest part about that is that they're teammates now. Like, there's one thing to be in the same industry, like artists or whatever it might be.
But they weren't. Like Bellinger.
Yeah, I agree. But now it's like he should have had in his contract like a no trade clause to wherever Giancarlo Stanton is, or
But I think
something like
I think
that.
Bellinger did he have a no trade clause?
No.
He didn't have
I
one.
don't know.
But still, it's the Yankees. I think you're going to give that up.
Yeah, that's just oof.
Go
That's-
play for
that's
the
tough.
Yankees and maybe win a title and be the awkward guy you used to be with your girl, or like go play for the Royals.
But I also think some of these guys just like that. They like that.
Yeah,
they
some
have
guys
like a
don't
weird
care.
thing inside of them where they're like, yeah, I kind of like that she dated somebody else in the industry.
That's
or
your
something.
fetish, dude.
I mean, they're going to go to
bizarre.
functions.
People
They're
are
going to go to
weird.
Yankee functions.
I know.
And she's going to be standing there
I
with
know.
Bellinger and, hey, Giancarlo, how's it going?
It might
I
not be
know.
weird to them though.
I don't think it
may-
is.
well, no, you have a fetish. What I'm talking about, like you like to sit in the corner and watch. It sounds like.
Clucker.
We're just saying, like some people,
All black guys.
life happens, and what, Ray?
It's called a clucker.
That's what it's called, clucking.
Hold, go. Please tell me.
When you're not a participant, you're an observer. You like to cluck.
That means you watch.
No, I know what it means. I'm just
yeah.
saying, where does it come from? I've never heard of this term.
I mean,
Me
sometimes you'll just he's into clucking.
That's what the Liberty University president, he was into clucking.
He was a clucker.
He watched the pool boy hook up with his wife.
Did you ever watch that movie?
I know the story, but I want to know the root of clucking. I know what the ucking part is, but I'm wondering what the cla is because it feels like it's a combination of words.
I believe it's cuck.
A cuck. I think cucking. Oh, see, I know what cucking means, and I don't know that that's the same.
What's that?
You, why
What
do-
two words am I trying to put together here? I know the second word. What's the first one?
What do you mean?
Because cucking is 2 words, right?
You don't want to be called a cuck. So look up cluck. I want to know the root of clucking. So
Did they say it in that movie or that documentary?
I don't think they ever used the word, but they made sure they gave you the understanding that he wasn't involved. He would just stay in the corner with a video camera.
Yeah.
I mean, no, they have Mike. Cucking is also that's not how I would have.
Yeah, I guess
Said
that's
cucking?
a little different.
But it kind of is the same-ish too. Make a man a cuckold by having a sexual relationship with his wife or being sexually unfaithful to him. But that's not watching. Like, if Ray had, I'm gonna take me out of this. Let's say Reed was married and Ray had sex with Reed's wife. Reed wouldn't know, but he may be a cuck. Mm-hmm. But I need to know clucking, what that's rooted in. I need to know the cluck because that's got to come from something.
Cluckings are what hens do, right?
Clucking, the
Yes.
sound a chicken makes.
Sure, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Little
technically,
chicken.
I mean, yeah.
I don't see anything
Are
about
you being a chicken because you're just sitting there watching?
what does clucking mean in slang? To express disapproval. What is it? A stupid or naive person.
I think it is Cucking from Urban Dictionary. It says a man who lets his wife or girlfriend have sex with other men.
So, okay, so it's
Cucking.
okay, a cuck. I don't even know.
I don't know where clucking came from.
Did we make that up right?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
I've heard it for a long time.
And I've heard cucking used in the different sense of like, dude, you got cucked. If like somebody bangs your girl and you even know about it, like, and you're like, you still don't know about it. But I didn't know clucking or cuck. Why is she clucking so much? I'm gonna chicken for him now. Never mind.
No wonder nobody ever knows at parties what I'm talking about when I talk about clucking.
They just walk away. Cool, dude.
Bros into chickens, man.
Making chicken noises.
Well, cuckold comes from cuckoo birds. They lay their eggs in a different nest. So this is laying your eggs in a different nest. That's what I get it.
oh, okay.
And anything about clucking though, the L.
No, just cucking.
Okay.
Just
The word
made
is
that up.
cuckold. That's what the cuckoo bird does, and that's where you get cucking.
That's it. Hey, what a show, guys.
Wow. We learned a lot here today.
Did we?
No, nothing.
But did we have fun?
yes.
Yep.
That's it. Anything you guys want to say over on the Sore Losers?
Ray,
Any
convention?
ending
Yeah.
note? It's
Go ahead.
on your feed too, so.
Yeah, sorelosers.com for convention tickets are selling out. It's coming up very, very soon. It's probably, it's going to be just an awesome time. We hope it's going to be awesome.
I saw you guys scoping out a venue.
Yeah, we're at Chiefs Bar on Friday and Saturday, and we're at a Category 10 on Sunday. Luke Combs' bar. So,
And I've already made a promise. So maybe it isn't going to be as fun as past year because I've said I'm not getting as drunk
Why
as
would
before.
you say that? Don't say to get tickets and then go, maybe it won't be as fun as the past year.
Both times in Vegas, I almost couldn't fly home. It was that bad. I mean, I was pacing in the hallway. Baser, my wife, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can get on this flight. I made it home. Then in Nashville, just about died that Monday. So I said this year, moderate drinking.
Write this down. Not as fun as last. I'm in.
Shots. Tequila shots.
yeah. I had that open bar happy hour on Friday. I will be.
Yeah, have some trash cans there. Keep moving.
Any night cucking events? Night
You
convention?
never know, man.
There is the party bus, which always gets really wild.
VIP packages.
Yep.
How V?
I mean, let's be real. There's been people in the past. The one guy said, "What did he say? You want to hook up with my wife?"
That's
Night.
called cucking.
Yeah.
I ain't told me I could kiss her if I wanted to.
Wow.
I'll pass. I was live streaming. The guy's like, man, if you want to kiss her, I don't care. And I'm like, I'd shut the camera off.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
It's crazy out there.
If Kevin came over and did a show with you guys, would that be a version of podcast cooking?
Well, you guys would have to watch it.
to
You'd have to
watch.
sit in the corner and watch.
We watch in the corner. Hey, Bones, look at
Do
this.
that anyway.
We sit in the corner while Kevin's on sore losers.
I'm videoing it.
Watching.
Oh my.
Great take.
Yes. Oh God, he said that so good. Yeah. He likes it when you lead him into a segment like this.
Set him up better.
All right, that's it. All right, thank you guys.